Alright, this is going to be a hopefully quick test of the Leap motion sensing device. Works with Windows and Macintosh. I'm using this on my Macintosh. And it allows you to control the device with in 3 virtual dimension space, which will, if not already obvious, will be obvious shortly. So I'm going to go into the orientation application right now. I'm just using the mouse to start off with. And we'll get some semi-dramatic music in the background. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud. Full of portent. So this is what the device is seeing. So I'm going to wave my hand over the device and we're going to start. And these little pixels are going to react to my hand is still right now. I'm going to move up and then down and left and right. And now I can move in and out, in, and I'm flexing my fingers and moving back and forth. So the little sprites aren't really indicative of that much of the individual fingers. This is one finger, this is all 5. And I'm going to leave this demo right now because there's a lot more interesting stuff to see, but this is just kind of this is a map of the three-dimensional space that's projected out from the Leap. That's the white box at the bottom. And if I move my hand in there, we can see it moving around. And if I move it in and out, the illusion in this three-dimensional model should be clearer that I'm now making horizontal circles parallel to the table. And I've stopped and explosion of fingers and twisting my hand back and forth. And so that's kind of cute. Interesting demo. This next one is probably the most interesting one. We're going to see a map of my hand. And you can see the fingers and the incline of my hand. And this is kind of parallel to the table, and this is about a 45-degree angle. I'm going to flex each one of my fingers in turn, and you can see them moving around. Now the latency here is imperceptible. There's not really anything. And you can see when the fingers kind of disappear, that's when it gets close enough that it's obscured by or pairs up with the palm. So I can close all of them together and you don't see any. And then 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, 5 fingers. And that's kind of a cool demo. Now here's what's going to blow your mind. Here's my other hand. And we're still tracking all the different fingers. So it's not quite Minority Report, but it's pretty cool. You know, flexing the hands back and forth. So let's go on to the next demo. Now this next demo is indicative of the stuff you can do with the operating system or another application. So if I move my finger inward, it tracks it as far as whether I'm tracking or in contact. So I'm moving out, and as I move in, it fills in, and eventually I will be drawing on this surface. Now if I move out and I want to put something where that, move out, I want to put something, let's go below the line. So I intentionally am drawing below the line, out, and above the line. I see you. So that's the end of the orientation demo. Now I'm already running this application called Touchless here, and you can see right now the cursor is mapping on the screen to the position of my hand. I'm going to switch just quickly over to Chrome, and here's me in Facebook, and I'm going to scroll this page up and down with my hand. Now the fine motion, I was able to click into that box and, you know, oops, let's try it again. Oh. Now, of course, the first one. So I've clicked into this next box. So I'm in the beginning mode right now. So there's an advanced mode where it senses how many fingers you're using, and that is either like, am I scrolling or am I clicking? And I suspect that once I get used to it, that'll be a little bit better to do. But that is the Leap. And there's a store of applications that you can bring up, and all these things are written, including a plugin for Autodesk, which looks kind of cool. Google Earth, which should probably be fun to play with. And so yet another app store to deal with. But for now, that's the demo of the Leap.